If you ask United States 7th Fleet Commander Carl Thomas, this is what deterrence looks and sounds like.
Deterrence to date has worked, and I'm hopeful that it continues to work, but my job is to be prepared in case it doesn't.
For the past several months, the U.S. Navy carrier Strike Group 3, led by the USS Abraham Lincoln and armed with the U.S. Navy's most advanced fighter wing, has conducted joint drills with allies like Japan and patrolled the waters of the Indo-Pacific.
Being out here operating as a very visible, a very agile, dynamic force, there's no better way to provide the deterrence that we need in this part of the region.
This aircraft carrier brings massive firepower to the region. Its purpose, to project power, increase security, and serve as a deterrent to countries like China, North Korea, and Russia. But in a part of the world seemingly more unstable by the day, the effectiveness of a carrier strike group like this as a deterrence to adversaries has been called into question.
We need to have a more robust, like-minded states coalition. Because China's rise is now the global phenomenon.
A reality that isn't lost on Quad member states, a coalition made up of the United States, Japan, Australia, and India, whose leaders are set to meet in Tokyo early next week. With South Korea watching from the sidelines, member states are likely to discuss a unified response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the recent flurry of weapons tests conducted by North Korea, and of course, China.
One of the things that China doesn't have is friends and allies. They have subjects. We have friends and allies who want to stand shoulder to shoulder with the United States.
Well, the Quad isn't a NATO-like mutual defense commitment. Continuing to upgrade security cooperation between Quad member states and other like-minded nations in this region is extremely important to maintaining maritime security.
But according to Cleo Pascal, an Indo-Pacific strategic specialist, the key to combating China's rise isn't necessarily through military strength.
By the time you get to the military part, you're almost too late. You don't want to cut off China militarily. You want to block its influence politically and economically first.
However, as China and Russia work to strengthen their own military alliance in the region, Rear Admiral J.T. Anderson says the U.S.'s presence, along with the strength of its allies, has proven to be an effective deterrent. Nevertheless, if that deterrent fails,
our job is to fight and win, period.
An outcome no one wants, but one the U.S. military and its allies must prepare for. Blake Essig, CNN, on board the USS Abraham Lincoln in the Philippine Sea.